to go back and forth. We hop. A minute and a half. Oh, okay.
You can start the clock. I got my copy of the Constitution, carry with me everywhere I go. We print these out at the ranch for all of the clients that come out there. So I got mine. I know about the 10th Amendment. But that's, you know, they've done it again. They just keep doing it to us. You just keep doing it, including our congressional representative, Ms. Kirkpatrick. She, you know, her and the other 4 Democrats from Arizona voted to bankrupt Arizona with the mandates that are going to come down from this health care thing. You know, if it wasn't bad enough, they failed us on the border. Now they're failing us on health care. And all of this is because over the years, for 230 years, none of the states have stood up and said, stop, we've had enough. We have had enough of this encroachment. You know, there's nowhere in the Constitution does it say that the feds ought to run our education system. There's nowhere it says that we need a Department of Energy. And this is just more of the same old, same old. Now, there's about 30 states that are filing suit against, on 10th Amendment issues against Obamacare. Now, our Mr. Goddard, okay, our Attorney General from Arizona, said, no, he's not going to do that. Okay, so we're going to see him in this race here in the fall. But what we need is we need somebody, here again, demonstrate some leadership in Arizona to stand up to the feds and say, no, we've had enough.
Mr. Martin?
Well, this is, somebody needs to stand up. I've been doing it for 10 years. Back when I was in the legislature, I had a little piece of legislation that said, we're tired of all these unfunded mandates from the federal government. We're sick and tired of what they're trying to tell us to do. The state of Arizona is no longer going to take it. What we're going to do is, instead of paying your federal taxes to the federal government, we'll collect them at the state, take off the costs of illegal immigration and every other unfunded mandate, and remit the balance. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough votes for that bill, so we need to send some more good folks down to the legislature. Now, I can guarantee you this is going to launch a lawsuit. The feds are going to come after us. That's exactly what we want. We have right now one of the best 10th Amendment Supreme Courts in our nation's history. We have an opportunity, a slim one before Obama gets to appoint any replacements, heaven forbid, that we get in there and start standing up for our rights as a state. If the federal government isn't going to enforce our borders, the state of Arizona should do so. We should not let them dictate. All powers are reserved to the states that are not specifically delineated. They have taken this interstate commerce clause and used it to expand beyond. We should sue on this healthcare thing. Don't pass go, don't collect $200, sue. I can't think of a single thing that is more local than your healthcare, more personal than your healthcare. There's no way there's interstate commerce on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing more important than our constitutional rights. There is nothing more important than the 10th Amendment. When I am governor, the first thing I'm going to do is get a law passed to start intercepting the federal gas taxes that we collect in this state to send to the federal government, because they are costing us billions by not enforcing the immigration laws in this state. And we are going to use those monies and force them in conjunction, incidentally, with all the other states in the southern tier, California, Texas, New Mexico, and we are going to create a public relations nightmare for the federal government across this country, showing the rest of the country what kind of bullies they are. The only way I know to treat a bully is to push back on them, and that's what I will do. I deal from strength with people, and I'm going to deal from strength with the federal government by having their money in my pocket. Number two, I'm going to use any opportunity I have, once I read this $2,700 health bill, to opt out of the health care plan on behalf of Arizona, and I think there's a good chance we can opt out. I'm also going to sue would sue right now the federal government for the unconstitutional nature of this health care bill, because they have no right to make you buy any kind of health care or anything else in the world. If they can make any one of us buy anything, ladies and gentlemen, it is over. We have to stand up and fight, and this governor will fight. Okay? Next thing I will do is, I'm done, next thing I will do is finally be a governor who makes decisions on these so-called federal mandates and said, no, we can't afford these federal mandates, we're not doing it, you're bankrupting us. Somebody has to finally lead in the state, and I will lead.